Hello, I am Mulbre, and welcome to First Class Escape: The Train of Thought. And this will be the final installment of the train puzzle game. To quick recap, there was the tutorial, then it was a book puzzle, then a dining car, then that's sort of like private rooms for customers to sleep in. Sort of like lounge, mechanical, piano-esque room. And so now we're on the last one, which I think the last one went really well. Like, I've been pretty proud of myself these last two train cars, technically not rooms, because I feel like I've been doing pretty good. I still struggle, and I'm working hard on trying to like improve myself through these, but I've been proud of myself. I've been trying to take victories where I can get them. Focusing. I do see what looks like a piece of paper right off the bat, and I haven't been doing really good on getting the collectibles. I feel like that hat is like prime collectible. It's not. Oh, that'd have been like a perfect spot to put a collectible. See, and some of these are signed and some of them aren't, but that is nice. Lovely. There is something to read right off the bat, which I guess we'll go ahead and give that a look. As it turns out, Lord MK does not use the same code for all of his suitcases. That, of course, made my life a bit more difficult than I had anticipated. Fortunately, I know him well enough to know that if combination is not his birth year, then it must be something to do with his favorite author. Armed with that knowledge, and having searched through the room hastily, I got the suitcase open quite quickly. I was quite annoyed to find out that the suitcase only contained some sort of weird note with a bunch of numbers that did not make any sense to me. Knowing him, it is probably another code or something. Unfortunately, I had to leave quite quickly and did not have enough time to figure out the note. Hopefully you'll be more successful with it than I was. Signed, I. Oh, so we have a new character introduction, somebody called I. And he's given us a clue, so we have to get into his suitcase using something to do with his favorite author, which was the guy from the that book puzzle we had to do. So it looks like it's a 4-number code. So it could be release dates 1832 and 1838. I mean, really, it wouldn't be that hard to figure out. If it starts with an 18, then we can kind of mess around and figure it out. Okay, it does not begin with an 18. Go to the end and see what's at the end of the cart. Because this has worked well for me, going straight to the end. Oh, it's just one train car today. Okay. And it looks like a simple key. We just need a key. Looking for collectibles. Looking for those deer statues. Thinking to myself, oh dear, puns, you know? Ooh, 1880. You know, all of these are signed. 1901, 1885. Like, that is really abnormal for these pictures to be signed. 1799. Oh, something readable. Concerning the paintings missing from the other list. There's another list. Any paintings missing from the other list were procured by Alexander Wraithmore and his associates, and thus I decided that it is better if they are kept on a separate list. The first one he procured for us was Viticus Men's A Painted Ship Upon a Painted Ocean, which we unfortunately had to get rid of for obvious reasons. The second one was Viticus Mines Where the River Meets the Sea, which we still have. The third one is unsigned painting in Lord MK's private cabin. I guess this is the private cabin? But it's written in a hand in a style where it's like MK did not write it himself. Oh, A Slaver's End. He was looking for this book by J.P. Aronzo. I wonder if this is a clue to the suitcase, because I don't actually know. I don't think he was looking for it. I think he did have it. So we may have to go back and figure out when that was released. But even then, that wouldn't be too hard because I'm fairly positive it was not an 18. So if we were to make it 17 and then make that like an 8. No, it didn't. Dear Lord MK, I was indeed successful in confirming your suspicions about the unsigned painting procured for you by Mr. Wraithmore. Despite the year on the painting itself, it is in fact believed to have been painted in 1862 by the infamous novelist J.P. Ironzo. As far as the story goes, he tried his hand as painting during his break from writing. Signed H.W. Hirschfield. 1862? Well, that is a number. That is a number. But I guess his favorite author... This one? I guess his favorite author made a painting. I can see why he'd want to collect that. He seems to be pretty obsessed. 1862. Despite the extreme nature that was his book series. Oh, there we go. 1862 did the trick. So it was when that painting was made. I guess I was right, though, to be on about something about all of these paintings being signed for once. Order is everything. So 1901, 1650, 1799, 1822. And there's a coffee stain on it. All right. But here's the question. What do I even need the code for? Because I need a key. Locked. 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 Cigar case with a missing cigar. Interesting. Well, here's what we have so far. We have a fairly limited space. We have a suitcase that we opened with a code. We have a locked cabinet. And a door that needs a key. We also have mystery numbers, if I haven't said that already. And a piece of paper next to it that's not even clickable. That is strange. Why is this locked? I don't even see a way to get into it. Oh dear. Okay, maybe there's... There's something I should be able to click on that I didn't see. One of those up? No. Nothing on the chair. How about in the bookshelf? Oh! Picked up a suspicious key. Alright, so the key was on the bookshelf behind the chair. Let's see what else is here. Is this gonna secretly be a multiple train car puzzle? Hold on. Locked. Oh. Okay, can I move one of the paintings? Like is a painting like a hidden feature? Yeah, because the mouse disappears when I go over one of these paintings. What about this clock? Clocks are usually hidden compartments. Is the bookcase a hidden compartment? No, because that was solid wood. None of these paintings have a keyhole in the middle of them. That's kind of what I'm expecting is like, oh, I closed the door. Hold on. Oh, I was right. It was something with the bookshelf. Okay, so I closed the door and the key, there was a little box back there and it moved to bookcase. That explains all the books on the floor, like, because there was like this book down there. Or I guess it really doesn't explain that because it was unimportant. Order is everything. Is it the order of the books? No, because that would have required him to be alive for 300 years. Oops, I think I went too far. Yeah, I messed that up. Okay, 1. Okay, so it wasn't either of those two. Maybe I have to add them and then minus the other ones? So it adds up to 5,172. Nope, that didn't do. Adding them together didn't do anything. Alright, let's do hint vision. Let's see what this says. Oh, there's something here that... Oh! A cupboard key. Oh, the cupboard. Alright, real quick, I want to see if there's anything out here. There is something out here. Oh, never mind, it's the cupboard. It's just leaking through. Oh my goodness, I never would have found that. Ever. Oh my... And here I was so proud of myself, like, yeah, I'm gonna look for everything. I remember, I should have known. I should have known to keep looking. List of significant paintings and their origin. John Bombas, Thea Fall, bought from an auction in 1910. Irv Krabuls, The Sunset Mountain, bought from an auction. A.W. Asterix, Viticus Mine, Max Hervins, A.W. A.W. Information about these paintings is found on the other list. Oh, okay, those are the procured ones. Alright. I'm still at a loss. Now, I can see all of these paintings are slowly going up in age. I can see that. The ones that we have here on the Order is Everything list are not on this list, but they do exist here in the train car. Alright, let's go see if we can identify River Meets the Sea. By what's his name? Viticus Mine. That is definitely not River Meeting Sea. Does this look like River Meeting Sea? That might be River Meeting Sea. Yeah, this is the only one that can be River Meeting Sea. So River Meeting Sea is 1901. Okay, what does Hint Vision tell me? Yeah, thank you, I'm aware of the safe. I think it's trying to tell me that at this point I should be able to solve for the safe. Yeah, it's telling me that I can solve for the safe. Although it was kind of... Oh, okay, never mind, it is sparkling up top as well. I was like, it's kind of focusing on a corner, which is odd. Okay. What do we know? We know Order is Everything. We know that we have some paintings that were procured, so they were kept on a separate list. The only date that we are actually missing from any of these is that first painting that was procured that they sold. However, we don't know when it was sold. We don't know how much it was sold for. We don't know really anything about it other than that it was sold. And we did try both of the years for the one painting, his Ironzo painting. And we know we need a 4-digit combination to get into that safe. And considering the only thing we're actually missing, because okay, so here's the other thing, right? None of these numbers actually appear on the main list. Okay, none of them appear on the main list. So if we know which one was bought first, then we could be like the first number of the first one bought, the second number of the second one bought, in which case we would end up with like 1692. But none of these appear on that list. We could even end up with 1851. Bought from an auction in 1910. Unless, just because it was bought, that doesn't mean that's when it was made. Okay, what if we remove from, what if we go with my theory of the first number of the first one bought and go from there? We know that there's not a Joanne Bombas in this cart. We know that there is not a, or there is a Herve Crabolas. There is a Herve, and that is the second one procured. And that is the 1822. And then then there's the missing one, which is nowhere to be seen. There's a Viticus mine, the Desert Mountains. We do have that one. That is this 1855 one, which is not on the list. But that was number 4. We could, I mean, oh, I feel like I'm reaching. So it would be 1700, according to my theory. I'm sorry, that just seems like reaching. So 1700. No. Yeah, that, I'm like, that couldn't have been right because 0 resets the clock. We could try the 2578. Darn. I was hoping that would be it. Okay, let me try ordering it this way. 1901 is first, which is number 7. So it'd be 7. 1650 is the 8th, so it'd be 7-8. 1799 was 5, so it'd be then 5, then 2. So let's try 7852. Okay. Go to 0. So 7, 8, 5, 2. Nope. Locked. I'm so confused. I've confused myself. Sunset Mountain. This is not Sunset Mountain. This is Sunset Mountain, 1822. So 1822, I Herve. Sunset Mountain. This is it. This is Sunset Mountain. And 1822 is on the list. Right there. I guess I'm just not... I'm not sure what connection I'm supposed to be making here. And I'm sure anyone watching this is like, you guys understand, then you get it, and you see the connection that I'm missing, but... I don't understand what connection they're trying to make. Like... Order is everything. And I found what paintings those were in association with the list. And I got them ordered in, 1901. That painting is The River Meeting Sea, which is 7th on the list. Because it was procured by AW. So unless I've gotten one of these wrong, that where the river, like, I could have gotten the wrong one. I don't know at this point. I don't know at this point. And then we had this book for some reason, which this book doesn't seem to be doing much of anything for anyone. But it was there. And the game is saying at this point, with these pieces of information, these 4 pieces of paper, we should be able to get into that safe. Like, it is convinced that we've gotten all the pieces necessary to get into that safe, but that safe is still shut. And I'm not seeing, like, I've tried making connections. Oh. I'm tempted to start over. Alright. Blank piece of paper. I am starting over completely from scratch. I am not going to reference my other page. I am not going to do anything except start over from scratch, because at this point that could be what I just have to do. So we have number 1. Oh my gosh, my spelling is going downhill, and I'm like... Part of me is like, it doesn't matter, just get it on paper. And then another part of me is like, if I get it wrong, I'm going to have it wrong. 5 is Max. 3 Peaks. So 1921. 6 is also Max. Also 1921. 7 is an AW. 8 is a stick. 1930. And then number 9 is a W. Okay. So now if we look at this. So JP Ironzo, 1962, 1749. Neither of those numbers are on this list. We don't have to worry about that at all. That was for a different puzzle. Now we have the paintings that are procured. So a painted ship upon a painted ocean, they had to get rid of. They don't have that anymore. The second one was Viduis's... It was VM's, Where the River Meets the Sea, which they still have. And the third one is Unsigned in His Private Cabin. So I think, again, this is the unsigned one. We have that information. We're not worried about it. So we're looking for VM And it's one of these paintings. Oh my goodness. Was there only one? I think there was only one VM. Okay, there's a VM 1885 and a VM 1901. Yeah, there was Desert Mountains. And which means number 7 is the river meets the sea. And then that's pretty much all we really got to worry about with that, because we know number 9 is his special painting, and neither of those numbers are on this 4-number list. Then from there, using this list, we're going to go through here. We have Max. Max appears twice, 3 peaks and solitary peaks. So this one's definitely 3 peaks. The 3 peaks was number 5, which was made in 1782. This one is Crab, which is number 2, which was made in 822. And there's only one crab. We come back into here. We have an HB, which is Ocean Sunset and number 8. And that is 1650. Now we have here Max 1799, and it looks like, I think this is the Lone Peak. Yeah, there's Solitary Peak, which is number 6, 1799. Okay. We'll come here. So this is the desert one. Desert Mountains, which is number 4. We got that one. And then we got the 19. All right, that's all of them. It's all of the made ones that are here to look at. Ignoring his special painting. All right, now if we look at this, we have 1901. 1650, 1799, 1822. We know the 1901 is number 7 on the list. We know that 1650 is number 8 on the list. 1799 is number 6 on the list. And 1822 is number 2 on the list. All right, 7862. Let's give that a try. Start at 0, 7, 8, 6. Oh, that did it. I heard a click. I did it. Yay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I guess starting over was that is exactly what I needed to do. Just for comparison, the previous numbers that I had were 2, 5, 7, 8. And now I had 7, 8, 6, 2. Which means originally I had a 5, which became a 6, and then on top of that, the order changed. Okay. Awesome. Ooh, money. Oh. A bang bang. Picked up the final key. Oh. Oh, is that it? I only get the 2 oh my gosh. I just wasted the opportunity to like blow up that dude's glass. Okay, we'll just put that back. Now that my fingerprints are... Why even have fingerprints? Yeah, let's just say that I do. I have a version of a fingerprint anyways. The end. I got an achievement. This is a lot of plants. And instantly I'm like, okay, where's the collectibles? Oh goodness, I would totally troll players by not having any collectible. It is very symmetrical. Are we noticing like the symmetry of this? Oh, okay, wrong side. There we go. Oh, flashbang. Ooh. Okay. First class escape the train of thought. The end. Well, that was good. Look, so we made it off the train. No doubt we're going to get trapped in another puzzle, but we made it off of this one. Oh. Oh, we're back at the beginning. Well, never mind then. We did not make it off the train. It appears we are stuck in a loop, and when I figure out how to get out of this loop, we will do the next puzzle. But anyhow, it was good. It was good. There was a few challenging bits, and I did have to, I will admit, I did have to look up the solution to one of the puzzles, and I am missing quite a few collectibles. I'm not going back for those. There are already amazing guides if you guys need to find those collectibles. But in all, like I was saying, there was a lot of challenging puzzles. I did have one where I had to go get outside help for that by looking up a YouTube video. But everything else I was able to do, and I felt like I actually learned a little bit something. I don't know how accurate it is, but when it comes to like the piano portion, I feel like I know more about the piano now than I did before playing this game. So I'm hoping that information is relatively accurate, because I'm going to be banking on that now. 5 years from now, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I know all about pianos. And they're going to be like, how do you know all about pianos? And I'm going to be like, it came to me in my sleep. Be like, because of a video game. But there's actually been quite a few times where it's like, yeah, that came from a video game. And it's actually like accurate. But okay, enough rambling here at the very end. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, have a positive day. Bye-bye.